Former Minnesota governor and Navy SEAL veteran Jesse Ventura has released a new book called They Killed Our President. In it, he offers evidence contradicting the official story published by the Warren Commission, which insists Kennedy was killed by a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald. Jesse joins us now on WHDT World News to discuss his newest book, his take on third-party candidates' struggle for ballot access, and a possible run for the highest office in the land. Hi, Jesse. Welcome to WHDT World News.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Jesse, you got a new book coming out. Why did you decide to tackle the JFK assassination?
Well, because it's something that it's been a passion of mine since about 1985, I guess. And to me, it's the root of all evil. If someone can kill our president and get away with it, what can't they do?
Now, how has the general public received your book and the media at large?
Well, the media, not good at all. I can't get on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, or MSNBC. None of those shows will have me on. So you do the best you can. You realize mainstream media is the protector of the Warren Commission. They won't admit that the thing is full of holes, even though 75 to 80% of the public don't believe it. And it's about time we convince that other 20% that it is also false.
Now, is there new information in your book that conflicts with the official JFK story?
Oh, there's tons of information. There's 63. That's why we named it 63 Reasons to Believe There Was a Conspiracy to Assassinate JFK. So even if a couple of them are wrong, that still leaves 60 to account for, doesn't it?
Let's talk about the rumblings we've heard now that you are considering a run for president in 2016. Is this a serious consideration?
Well, it certainly is. I don't do anything not serious, but I would need things to fall into place. I need to keep my integrity. That's why I have to have someone like Howard Stern who can raise me money. When I was governor of Minnesota, I never took over $50 or $100 contributions simply from individual citizens. Nobody bought any influence with me. In fact, in 4 years, I never met with a lobbyist once. And so there's certain things that I would need to keep my integrity. Plus, I need ballot access in all 50 states, but I would run on this simple thing. I would give the people of America, if I do run, the opportunity to elect a president, the first one since George Washington, the father of our country, who does not belong to a political party. Now,
we've seen when Ron Paul ran for president, they attacked him over and over again for being connected with 9/11 truth. You've done conspiracy shows in exposing what you believe took place that day. How do you feel that or how the mainstream media, the NBCs, the CBS...
Well, certainly they would attack me, but I've already defended myself. What I do on television is entertainment. That's what I do for a living. Therefore, they were not documentaries. We were just looking into conspiracies that many people had beliefs of, and we investigate them, and we allow the viewer to make their own determination on the evidence we bring forward. It doesn't necessarily mean I believe every conspiracy I reported on, much the same as would you blame Rod Serling for the Twilight Zone? You know, does he, there are some that I do believe have merit, and there are some that I didn't believe had that much merit. That's doing television and doing my job in entertainment. So if they're going to attack me over that, they need to look in the mirror.
Now let's talk about the ballot access. What is your plan as an independent? I'm assuming you would run as an independent to get on the ballot. I know that
that would require a huge movement at a grassroots level in all 50 states, having people that would do that and get the job done. One thing to remember, when I ran for governor of Minnesota, I only had one paid person on my entire staff. That was my head campaign manager who left his job, and we paid him a minimum wage to get over the hump, and so he had employment. Everybody else on my campaign for governor was a volunteer and did not get paid money. That's how come I only had to raise $300,000 to become governor of Minnesota.
What is your take on the government shutdown?
It's abysmal. They're not doing their job. They should all be fired. It's that simple. If you did your job in the private sector in that manner, why wasn't this addressed last July? Why do they let it come down to a countdown and actually shut our government down? It's ridiculous. They should all be fired. If you did that in the private sector, you'd certainly be fired, and that's what should happen, and that's my opinion.
All right, Jesse, can people find your book on Amazon?
They can find it everywhere, Amazon and all your stores and everywhere out there. I urge people, it's a hell of a read. Even if you don't want to believe it, it's a great read because it's better than any mystery you'll ever read in your life.
That was Governor Jesse Ventura on his new book, They Killed Our President. We'll be right back with more. We've got the weather coming up. We've got a report from Hollywood. Stay tuned.